It's the man YSN, and you're listening to YSN Radio. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, man. You're rocking with the man YSN, and you're tuning into the episode of YSN Radio, the coolest podcast in the South, man. We are back in this thing for another solo episode. Sorry I missed last week. I know I missed last week, but I was out with a cold. I did not feel well at all, and I sounded really bad. Super nasally. I guess you can still kind of hear the remnants of it, but feel a lot better this week. So back in the mix. It was a whole lot of stuff that transpired over the last week, and we are going to talk about it all, man. First off, shout out to Tampa, Florida for having me, or having everybody last weekend for the Clave, man. The Bros shut Tampa down last week, man. It was absolutely massive. It was my first time in Tampa, and the Qs had the streets locked down, man. I was out there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and man, what a time, man. What a time. Tampa owes me not a damn thing, man. So shout out to Tampa for being an amazing city. Also, I do kind of have a gripe because not with Tampa, but I had been toying around with going to Tampa for Clave for some time, you know, and I was kind of waiting for something to come up before I financially committed to going to Tampa, you know, and that something never came. So I went ahead, booked my flight, room, and all that, and boom. And the day before I was supposed to leave for Tampa, here comes that something knocking on my door. I get an email. BET emails me the day before, not even the day, the night before I leave for Tampa, telling me my press passes got approved and I was able to come and cover their BET Awards Fan Experience Expo the day before it started. I was pissed because the BET Awards are all the way out in Los Angeles. I'm in Tennessee. I immediately got on Google and researched flights, rental cars, rooms, all that. Would have cost me at least $1,200-$1,300 to book all that right then and there, not counting parking, food, any other expenses involved over the weekend. It's BET Award weekend, so it's got, like, man, I was very upset, mainly because I had applied for that shit like a month ago, 2 months ago, in May, and they wait till the day before BET Awards weekend starts. Really, when it actually, man, they waited till it started. So I'm like, oh yeah, you can come. I was like, no, you know, black people, man, black people in the world today. But it is what it is. Even though it turned out like it, you know, ended up going that way, I'm not upset because, hey, at least I got accepted. You know, I can just apply next year, and I should be able to get right in. You know, who knows? And Hip Hop Awards is coming up in the fall, so maybe you'll see me at the Hip Hop Awards this year, man. We will definitely see about it if they accept my shit in time. So, you know, fingers crossed for that, man. But the BET Awards was last weekend, and it caused a lot of stir, as it usually does. You know, every single year has been a large part of black culture since its inception in the early 2000s, and I feel like the narrative around the BET Awards has definitely changed over the years, especially within the last decade, you know, because I remember when I was a kid, the BET Awards was a blockbuster event. You know, they had Michael Jackson, James Brown, Luther Vandross, like all these legends, Prince, all these legends at the BET Awards, made like you had to sit and watch the BET Awards every year when it came on. Now you look online and you see all this discourse about how people, they're just shitting on the BET Awards. They're hating on them every single year, man. And it's like I'll watch them. I enjoy the BET Awards, you know, and I'm not just saying that. Like, I genuinely enjoy watching it. I feel like it's definitely a great benchmarker of where we are every year within the culture, you know. And I see a lot every single year on these past few years, man. A lot of people just complain about it. You know, they like, oh, it's too much of this, it's not enough of that. And it's like, you know, there's some room for improvement in every area, but like they're talking about, oh, Sexy Red and Ice Spice, there was just so much ass on the screen and not enough gospel, not enough this, not enough that. But if they were to have anytime Taraji P. Henson would bring up like politics or anything that didn't have to do with Sexy Red or anything, silence. So it's like, they're giving the people what they want. It may not be what you want necessarily, but as far as the masses, they're giving people what they want, man. I enjoyed the BET Awards. Donald Glover also made some waves on the BET Awards, man. He had called them out, saying that Will Smith, what did he say? Let me pull the quote up, actually, because he made a pretty funny point, because he was like, he felt like he should have more BET Awards than he actually does. He says he has more Grammys than Will Smith being the first person to win a Grammy for rap music. He has more Grammys than Will Smith, but the same amount of BET Awards as Sam Smith. And I thought that was hilarious, because I didn't even realize that Sam Smith even had BET Awards. When I looked it up, he won 2 BET Awards in like 2013, 2014 or something. And I just thought that was crazy, man, because Donald Glover is extremely talented comedian, actor, musician. In Atlanta, one of my all-time favorite TV shows. I feel like he should have definitely gotten a bunch of awards just off that show alone. Not even talking about his music, but I thought that point was very funny. But a lot of people on Twitter was on his ass about it, saying that the Donald, like, his type of black is not conducive with black people. Like, he's not for black people. Like, he's for white culture. Like, he's like a white man's version of a black person. I just thought that was just so stupid, man, because it's like, you get people like Donald Glover, Tyler the Creator, who aren't, your typical archetype of like super tough, hard black males, and they get called corny and whitewashed and all that. It's like, they're just as black as you and I, just because they're not the traditional black. I don't know, man. I really thought the way people were dogging him after those comments was just stupid. But shout out to him for bringing that up. I thought that was pretty funny, man. Overall, I think the BET Awards was a really good show this year. Everyone is always going to have negative comments to say about anything, but I really do feel like we should appreciate them more, because there's no way that we can complain about the Grammys or the Oscars not nominating us or showing us our just due our credit, and then turn around and shit on our platform that has an award show celebrating our stars and our figures. It's just backwards to me. So I think we can definitely do better with that, man. Moving on, the XXL cover, man. I know last episode I touched on that. Like I said, I still think it's an extremely solid list, but they definitely ruffled some feathers last week. They came out and said during the filming of their Cypher, if you're not familiar with XXL Freshman, every year they have all the freshmen, they do these Cyphers where they all get out and rap. And they came out and said one of the freshmen, right before they were getting ready to film the Cypher video, one of the freshmen said he was going to his car to get some clothes and never came back. And they were saying how it was pathetic and, just unprofessional. And they were thinking about kicking him off and everything, and a hit dog's gonna holler. And holler he did, because it turned out that the freshman in question was Rich Amiri. Came out and quoted the tweet and said, "Stop lying on my name. I never said I was getting clothes. I just left." I just thought that was crazy, man. And like Lucky came out and on his defense and saying, like, called out XXL, saying that they were lame and corny for expecting new rappers to freestyle, and they need to get with the times, and rappers don't freestyle anymore, and like they should adapt to the new wave. And I'm like, what has the world come to where rappers think rapping is corny? What part of the game is that? When did rappers rapping become corny? That's literally your job. That is quite literally your job. I am a radio personality and DJ. If someone came up to me and said, YSN, would you like to DJ? If I got an attitude about it, I'd be weird as fuck because it's literally them asking me to do my job. If I went to the radio station and got an attitude because they told me to talk, that's stupid. That's my job. You're a rapper. Do your fucking job. And I just like, bro, that's just insane to me. That is really insane to me, man. And the thing about it is, like, every single year with the XXL cover, these rappers get butthurt if they don't get chose. If they don't get picked, you know, they're dissing them all their songs. They're tweeting about how they're always overlooked and they're about to show them that, you know, that every year, all the rappers who don't get picked for XXL, they make a big fuss about it. They throw a fit how they didn't get picked. It's a whole thing. And then when they do get picked, they act like it ain't shit. Where's the logic in that? Like, you don't appreciate it. Every single year, we see these rappers get picked by the XXL. They stun on niggas. Oh, I'm a XXL, blah, blah, blah. And then they act like it's not worth anything. Like, it's just whatever. I think that shit's corny, bro. I think that shit is mad corny because you know damn well if they didn't pick you, you would be salty as hell. And plus, bailing out on the freestyle Cypher as if you didn't know that they were going to do that, as if it just caught you by surprise. They've been doing the XXL Freshman cover for well over a decade. You should know by now. When they called you and said, hey, do you want to be a freshman? You should have known I'm going to have to rap for this. If you didn't want to do it, why'd you accept the spot? That's just stupid to me, man. That's just stupid to me, man. And usually, man, I'll try to give all the new artists a fair chance, you feel me? Because rap has definitely changed a lot, you know, and it's so easy to sound like an old head. But in this very instance, I don't care. You can call me uncle all you want to. I think that shit's corny, bro. You're on the XXL Freshman cover. You gotta rap. Plain and simple. If you don't want to rap, you shouldn't have taken the spot. That's real corny. That was real corny, man. Real corny, man. But hey, bro, it is what it is, man. I guess maybe that's part of the new shit that I just don't understand. I thought we were rapping. What happened to the game I love? What happened to the game I love, man? Speaking of the game I love, bro, all my wrestling fans, man, you know, this past weekend we were dealt a major blow in the wrestling community, bro. A major blow to the wrestling community was dealt to us, man. John Cena announced that he is retiring from the WWE. I never thought I'd see the day. I knew eventually he would have to retire. He's 47, 48 years old. I knew eventually he would have to. But it's just like, damn, man, you know, you just don't want to see it happen. You just don't want to see it happen. A part of me was kind of wishing he'd be like Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair and just hang on till he's like 60, 70 years old. Just pop out every once in a while and wrestle when he doesn't have any business wrestling. But, you know, he's making hella money in Hollywood and he's trying to preserve that bag, man. So he's hanging up his boots, but it's not like he's like retiring like today. He's going on 2025 is going to be his last year competing. So he's going on an entire retirement tour during the year of 2025. Is going to span from January to December, maybe longer. But man, it's just crazy, bro, because every kid, wrestling fan or not, every kid grew up with John Cena. Even if you're not a wrestling fan, you know who John Cena is. The most casual person. You can ask anybody, wrestling fan or not, can you name one wrestler? 9 times out of 10, they're going to name John Cena. Because he's that much of a star, man. So, seeing that absolutely hurt. I feel like, just to show respect for John Cena, in honor of John Cena's retirement, we should all wear jean shorts and half masks. We should just wear the jorts and half masks in honor of John Cena retirement, man. Show some respect to the GOAT. Man, bro. I can remember for my birthday when I was like 8, I was in like 3rd or 4th grade. for my birthday, man, my dad got me a signed autographed picture of John Cena, man. I still got it to this day. It's one of the best presents I ever got when I was a kid, man. Because at the time, he was the kitchen manager at the Sheraton Hotel in downtown Nashville. And I guess wrestling was in town that weekend. And John Cena and a bunch of other wrestlers were staying in the hotel. And Cena was having dinner in my dad's restaurant at the hotel. And, my dad seen an opportunity. He took that motherfucker, man. He was like, Cena, yo, my son's a huge fan. Can I get your autograph? He said, sure. Printed off a picture. John Cena signed it. Got that bitch framed to this very day. Man, so shout out to John Cena, man. Sad to see you go. I'm definitely going to figure out the schedule of WWE next year and try to go figure out whatever show he's wrestling on. If it's close, if it's somewhere in the South Tennessee, Atlanta, surrounding areas, man, I'm definitely buying tickets. Gotta go. I gotta catch John Cena on his way out, man. I seen him wrestle once when I was in high school. My dad took me to Monday Night Raw. I think it was my junior year of high school. We went for my birthday. Monday Night Raw, I came to Nashville, and John Cena had wrestled. That was like my first and only time seeing him wrestle live with my own eyes. And man, what a time. What a time. So I definitely got to go and catch him on his retirement tour next year, man, because what a guy, man. John Cena is a legend, bro. John Cena is a legend, man. Sad to see him go. Moving on. Speaking of the game, Bronny James and LeBron James made history last week when Bronny James was drafted to the Los Angeles Lakers, man. Honestly, I think that's absolutely cool as fuck, bro. That's just amazing. The first father and son duo to play in the NBA on the same team at the same time. History right before our eyes, man. Right before our eyes. And a lot of people were in support of it, of course. A lot of people were hating on it, man. A lot of people were hating on it, saying it was nepotism and he wouldn't have gotten in if it wasn't for his dad. And while that may be true, what's wrong with nepotism in the black community? It's about time we start using nepotism to our advantage. As much as the white man be putting their own family members on in these Fortune 500 companies and corporations, man, it's about time that we use nepotism to our advantage. I know I love using some nepotism. Shoot, nepotism has worked out great for me in the past. Shout out to the bruhs, man. So shit, if I had the opportunity to if I grow this whole brand, this whole YSN radio brand to this big media conglomerate, and I had an opportunity to put my daughter on and put her in position to win within my company, whatever it may be, put some money in her pocket, I'm doing it. That's what it's all about. That is what it's all about, man. So seeing LeBron James leverage his status in the Lakers organization, as pretty much he's like, even though he's a player, man, LeBron James is making all the decisions for the Lakers, bro. So like, bro, I'd flex my muscle too, bro. Man. To that point though, Bronny should definitely should not take this lightly. I need him to lock the fuck in, because if it was anybody else averaging a triple single. Not even trying to be a hater, bro. If anybody else averaging a triple single put themselves in a draft, it would. No, it just wasn't. It's not. It's not going to happen. You better learn Chinese or register for classes. One of the two, man, because it's not happening for you, buddy. But hey, man, nepotism worked out for him, and hey, man. Happy to see it. So hopefully he gets some playing time next season, man. I definitely will be tuning in. And plus, I like LeBron, bro. I'm a big LeBron fan. And I was able to see him play against the Bulls, which is my team, last year around Christmas. So, I'm blessed to be able to say that I've seen LeBron James play basketball with my own eyes. So, shoot, maybe next season I'll buy another ticket to see him and Bronny play. Witness some more history. You feel me? So, shout out to the James family, man, for putting on and making history. Can't be mad at that. Speaking of history, Kendrick Lamar made some more history. Dropped the Not Like Us video last week, man. And, man, talk about stretching some shit out, bro. Like, hey, when did Not Like Us drop like a month or two ago? He had the concert. He dropped Not Like Us in May. and then had the pop out concert on Juneteenth, and then drops the video on 4th of July. Not giving Drake time to breathe. No time to breathe at all, man. At all. And I thought the video was dope, bro. I really thought the video was dope. Cinematography of it, camera angles, all that shit was really cool. It's a lot of YouTubers breaking down all the Easter eggs and shit within the video, man. But thought the hopscotch scene of the video was pretty clever, man. But I think it's a really dope tactic to breathe a little bit more life into the song. You know, this is like this how they used to do back in the day, man. They'll drop a song and pump that bitch up. Excuse me, pump that bitch up as much as they could. So a lot of people, you know, of course, people are saying he's dragging it and, you know, ready for it to be over. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of sort of agree. I feel like the Drake and Kendrick discourse is getting a little tired, but you know, I figured I'd mention it because he did just drop the video last week, you know. Speaking of dropping last week, some albums came out last week as well that I got a chance to listen to. I'm gonna talk about it, man. Sauce Walka and Meg Thee Stallion, 2 Houston heavy hitters, dropped some music last week, man. I'm gonna talk about it, bro. And let's start with Sauce Walka, man. He dropped his album Sauce Father 2 last week, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's just a fucking banger, bro. Some of my favorite songs off there: Where My Soda with YTB Fat, Rules with Bossman D-Lo, Heath Ledger. Fucking banger, man. The whole album from start to finish is an absolute hit. Sauce Walka did his thing. The only thing I do have to say is, like, at the end of every song, he did like have a chopped and screwed portion of the song, like at the end of every single song. Personally, like, I like chopped and screwed, but I feel like he probably could have just put that on a separate tape and just like let the songs like do what they just stand by themselves. But I get it, it's Houston culture, chopped and screwed, you know, it's Houston, so I'm not necessarily mad at it. I just kind of wish he would have just some of the songs, if he would have just left them how they were without the chopped and screwed, it would have I would have liked that a little bit better. But overall, I think the album was a hit, man. Like I said, that song with Bossman D-Lo, Rules, went absolutely fucking crazy. He said, fuck the beef, let's get to the cheese. Never beef about a hoe, was plenty more. Once you get the riches, bitches come by any, meany, money. Bro, Bossman D-Lo is fucking hard, bro. So I was super happy to see the two of them collab, man. Sauce Walka, man, I feel like every single year Sauce Walka reminds niggas that he's like one of the coldest to ever do it, bro. And he's super slept on. And this album just showcases that he's one of them ones, man. So shout out to Sauce Walka, TSF. My nigga Water, bro, is in Houston right now in the Sauce Factory, man. He's been posting every single day, working, grinding in the studio with the whole Sauce gang, bro. So shout out to Holy Water, man. Shout out to Sauce Walka for this banger of an album. Sauce Father 2. It's been in constant rotation ever since I played it, man. For the like. So you definitely did your big one on that, Sauce Walka. Still in Texas with it, still in Houston, Meg Thee Stallion dropped her self-titled album Megan as well, man. And not gonna lie, like I said, I'm a very unapologetic supporter of the girls, bro. I love the girls. And Meg Thee Stallion, been a huge fan of Meg Thee Stallion since 2019, since Tina Snow. Megan is a hit. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. She was talking that dog shit on this album, man. Where Them Girls At had the K-Style sample on that motherfucker, bro. I can just look, like, the club's going stupid with that, bro. Accent with Glorilla, a fucking banger. My personal favorite song is Miami Blue. She went bananas on that song, bro. Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion, man. And like the fact that she funded this entire project herself, videos and all, bro, just makes it even better, man. So, you know, a lot of people like hating on Meg Thee Stallion, bro. So, you know, especially after the whole Tory Lanez situation. Always got something to say about her, man. I don't give a fuck about none of that, bro. As long as she keeps bringing out the bars, man, she's always got a fan in me, man. So shout out to Meg Thee Stallion for putting out that banger, bro. Lotto also had a hit over the week that I like, Big Mama. That shit went fucking stupid. She said money long, cheated, bro. Yeah, so shout out to Lotto with Big Mama. That went absolutely dumb, man. But yeah, bro, that pretty much does it for everything that I had to talk about this week, man. Like I said, I definitely will be dropping that Lady O interview this week. I usually drop the interviews on Sundays. I should have dropped it last week, but like I said, man, I had that cold, man. I was not in the mood for anything, man. I was not in the mood. So definitely will be dropping that Lady O interview, and then my 2012 interview will be dropping as well, and my interview with Shifty will be coming next week too. So be on the lookout. A couple interviews dropping, and more episodes coming out, man. If you made it this far, appreciate you very much for sticking around, man. It's been another episode of YSN Radio, the coolest podcast in the South, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can stay in tune and up to date with all the videos we're dropping on the channel. And go through the rest of the videos I was dropping on the channel as well. I'm also gonna be I got approved for press passes to Fanboy Expos, like Comic-Con here in Knoxville, so I'm gonna be hitting that this weekend. I might put together a vlog with everything I got and put that on the channel as a YouTube exclusive, so be on the lookout for that as well. Other than that, man, make sure if you're listening, stream all the other episodes everywhere you get your podcast from: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart, anywhere you get your podcast from. YSN Radio is there. Check out the website, ysnradio.com. Follow me on Instagram at ysnradio1. And like as always, same time, same place next time, man. You know what time it is, man. It's the coolest podcast in the South, YSN Radio. Let's go!